Okay, now I can reveal this stunning modern design located in Barden, Brisbane. Okay, so what was the dream here? When did you get in contact with the owner? How did it all come about?
We previously did another house for Adrian, and then he asked us to do this house. So he saw a similar design that he liked, and then he asked us to design something similar to that.
There are some traditional Queenslanders around,
Yeah.
and it's kind of got a bit of a hint to that still, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does with the veranda at the front, that we've taken a model and taken to it.
I really love your work, by the way.
Cool, thank you.
I love what you do because, for instance, this is only a very small, narrow block, but what you've been able to fit into this house is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's great. Like it's got four stories to it. It's got a cellar underneath the pool, which is amazing.
Yeah.
There's 4 stories. There's the studio on top of the garage.
Yep.
Then you got a master bedroom above this living space.
Yeah.
And then you got another 3 bedrooms underneath.
All right, so materials. How do you choose materials that's going to best suit this particular design?
Because the block is only 10 meters wide, and because it's such a steep slope, we really wanted to choose timbers that were pre-finished, that were very low maintenance, because once the house is actually finished, it'll be really hard to get scaffolding back in here and paint it.
The front part is a range called Designer Series. It's a pre-finished cladding. It's unique to the Australian market. So we partnered with Nishia, a Japan company, and it's pre-finished, so it goes up very quickly on a unique clipping system, so you can't see any of the nails and they're concealed. The product's strengths and benefits is it's pre-finished, so it goes up extremely quick. It minimises the amount of trade that you have to use on site, so it allows you to use your carpenters to put it up. Obviously it's a low maintenance product, which is a huge benefit. The indent is to create like a concrete slab look. It's meant to look like that raw industrial look.
This area here works really well. This is an entertainer's dream. It's not a big house, but there's plenty of room here to have a massive party.
Oh, definitely.
Because you spill it here onto the deck.
Yeah.
And you could barbecue here very simply.
Yeah.
And then passing through the bar.
And it really helps to bring in that Queensland style of living as well, because you can actually use this deck all year round.
I see a lot of these sort of houses these days because everyone's going to narrow blocks. For example, this house with the amount of bedrooms it's got and bathrooms, and trying to fit it all onto especially a sloping block as well with very narrow frontages. People are trying to get as much as they can on the block of land, and so you end up with unusual designs like these guys. Probably the main aspect of what he wanted to achieve here was the media room. He's used a product called CSR Soundcheck. It's helping the design in 2 ways. One, it's confining the noise and that sort of thing to that media room. So if the kids are in there watching a movie and what have you, mum and dad can close the door and they can carry on with the sort of normal lifestyle. The other aspect too is because we talked about how close they are to neighbours and what have you. You don't necessarily want your neighbours complaining that every time you're trying to watch a great movie, you're interfering with their day as well. We do a lot of market research, especially with the plastering fraternity and what have you. For example, 12 months ago, we actually changed our production processes for our super seal, and the idea was to try and make the product lighter for handling and that sort of thing, not only from just the plastering contractors, but delivery drivers, builders, homeowners. But what you had to do was when you take weight out of the product, you've got to maintain the strength and stability of the product. So it was brought out last year called Optimises Core, and it's been very successful for us. A lot of the plastering contractors do now prefer to throw CSR ceilings up rather than our competitors. The paper on it is a lot stronger and harder in that as well, so it gives you a lot, what I call a crisper finish when it's painted.
Okay, well I guess people who are watching probably want to know, cost. They love what they see. What's it going to cost to build something like this?
Adrian told me it costs about 1.2 mil to build a house like this.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you so much. Great to see you, Jamin. Always good. Thank you, mate.